Hello viewers, here is a look at the lights in the computer room as of March 2023. So we'll start with them all on. We have to start the video to turn this one on. This is a Preheat CFL with a full-on magnetic ballast. Very cool bulb. So this is what the room looks like with all of the lights on. We'll start over here. We have this floor lamp, which is the antique brass. It is in exceptionally good condition, which is very surprising. There's really no tarnishing or scratches or anything on it anywhere. It's still got a lot of shine to it even. Really nice cosmetic condition. It's a nice lamp too. The only problem with this lamp is that the shade, albeit a very nice shade, the decorative flowers and the ribbed edge, the shade does not provide a very good shielding to the light. So even like a 25-watt bulb becomes too bright and is harsh on the eyes. So right now I just have this little 7-watt bulb in there, and that's about as bright as is comfortable. It doesn't provide a whole lot of illumination to the room, but it, lights the lamp up and makes it look nice, I guess. But I want to try to figure out a different bulb solution for this. I tried that big bulb that was originally in the kitchen light, and that was okay as far as the brightness goes, but it hung out the bottom of the fixture way too much. I think ultimately I might have to change the shade and put on something like a globe like that, but I don't know, we'll see. For now this is the way it is. I'm not even sure that I'm going to keep this here, because when you open the closet it gets in the way, so this probably won't even stay here, but it's just here for now because I don't have anywhere else to put it at the moment. So there's that. Next we have this lamp on the desk. It is a three-way or three-position lamp with a second light in the base, but the bulb is not working. Need to change it out. And this bulb is, I believe it's a 14 watts. Yeah, it's a 14-watt fluorescent light. And this lamp too, I have a hard time finding good bulbs to use in it because the shade doesn't provide enough shielding to make the light not harsh on the eyes. This is fine in there. It's a little bit on the bright side. I wouldn't necessarily have this on while I'm sitting here using this computer, but it's not bad. It's pretty pleasant. Even without the shade you can still look at it and it's not blinding. It's a big bulb, so the light is distributed over a broad surface. Can't use something like that in that lamp because it would deballast up. All the heat would just go into the ballast, and that's just not setting up for success. Over here we have this lamp, which I'm using just because it exists. It's kind of a weird looking lamp. I don't think I'll keep it here long term, but for now it works fine. It is a three-way lamp, but I just have a basic CFL that can't be thrown out. It is a 23-watt, 1600 lumens CFL. It's the ones from the Home Depot. I don't remember if they're Echo Smart or not, but I have these in several areas around the house, and they're pretty good bulbs. So far they've all been lasting just fine. And this is the main source of light for the room. Even by itself it lights up pretty well. Next we have this hanging lamp, which has the 40 watts. It's the same bulbs as what I have in the fans in there. It's the 40 watts Sylvania so-called vintage LED bulb. That's, I think, a 2100 Kelvin rating. And the ceiling fan has the same bulb, but the lamp looks more amber. I think it's because the globe on there is just a cheap plastic globe, and it's probably yellowed over time. Now you can see that there is some banding forming over the camera, which is interesting because in person these don't bother me. I'm very sensitive to the LED lighting and a lot of them give me a headache, but interestingly enough these do not. But apparently they are not flicker free because you can clearly see that line running up through the video, which means there is a notable refresh rate on the bulb. Now this one, I don't see that, which is odd because it's the same bulb, so what the heck is the difference? Unless the quality control is that bad that this one flickers very badly and this one does not. Yeah, see, this one doesn't do that at all, and I don't think the ones in here do that either. Yeah, see, the lighting is perfectly fine on there, no banding at all. So I think that maybe the quality control is bad, and this one just isn't very good. That's interesting. Now, I've heard a lot of bad things about Sylvania, and I've heard a lot of commentary about them being poor quality nowadays, and that would not at all surprise me, but thus far I've not had any issues with these bulbs. And this lamp and usually the light in the fan run all the time in the evening, so both of these bulbs have a lot of hours on them and they're still working just fine. But of course, you know, time will tell. They could go at any minute. So this is what the room looks like with all the brightness, with all the lights on. It's very bright and thoroughly illuminated. The desks are bright. The only problem is the closet is kind of dim. It's not terrible, but it's not as bright as I would like it to be, so maybe eventually I'll install a light into that closet. So now I'm going to turn off this lamp, and I'm going to turn off this lamp, and you can see here this actually does something. It does a little bit more than I thought it would. It's not too bad. I guess it does serve a purpose. So that's what this lamp looks like. It provides a really nice, soft, warm glow. It's very close to that of high pressure sodium. Very, very similar feel. And this is how I typically just leave the room in the evening. Well, actually not with this on, because there's no need for that, but this is how I typically leave the room in the evenings. I have this thing where I don't like dark rooms, so, and maybe this is psychotic, but I leave all the lights on all the time. So in every room I kind of have at least one lamp that I just run all the time. Like in the bedroom, sometimes I alternate either between that one or the hanging lamp. In here I have both on because I was working in here before, but usually I just have the hanging lamp on in the corner, or that lamp by the computer. I always have that light on. The bathroom is the only room that I don't leave the lights on in because I don't have like a second stage light in there. It's just the one over the counter. So there's that. I'll turn this on. We can see this looks like it's the same bulb, but it is a bit different brightness because, or color temperature rather, because the shade is a proper glass shade and it's not really changing the color of the bulb. For an LED bulb, which again I'm very particular about, this is not bad. It's really not bad at all. I'll put the other lamp back on. And so this is typically how I leave the room. You know, like when I'm here in the kitchen, for instance, I'll look in there and I just don't like to see it dark, so I just have it like that. The fan is there. And it just looks really nice. This fan and this lamp look great together. Takes the room right back to the 80s.